Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new 2022 edition of Never Walk Alone. It's good to be back. As usual, I'm Kaelem, and joining me today is somebody who has rounded the bases. She has completed the UCC bingo sheet, having served as a senior house advisor, director of service and international trips, assistant head of operations, an essential half of the Marshall Timusk 1-2 punch. And if that's not it, she was the head of the math department before it was cool. So thank you so much, Miss Timusk, for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
So good to see you again. So I'm going to jump right into it. I hear that busy is a bit of an understatement when describing your life post UCC.
Yeah, it's really different being in a place where everything is new every single day. I still have to keep the schedule up on the wall because I can't remember when school starts and when school changes and what time lunch is. So a lot of things are different and I'm learning a lot every single day. So that's been really refreshing for me and really invigorating because I love learning and it's great to learn about a new place.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad. And trust me, by the way, I'm sure not knowing when the schedule is a perfect unity with UCC and Havergal.
Yeah.
Especially these
Good
days.
excuse for being late to everything.
Well, anyway, so as far as I understand, so you would be like the Dr. Aitken of Havergal. You're the head of the upper school. Is that correct?
Yes, a little different, a bit of a
Okay,
cross between a Dr. Aiken and a Miss Marshall with a
sure.
little bit of the old Miss Timusk thrown in as well. Yeah, a
Awesome.
mix of different jobs. Every school's got a slightly different structure.
Right, right, of course, of course. And I know that, Havergal, I'm sure many of our students and our teachers are obviously very familiar having our sisters, our cousins going there. How has the adjustment been going from an all boys school directly into an all girls school? Like, how has that been?
Yeah, well, it was an education.
I'm sure,
It was
but
there's definitely some differences, but one of the things I want to point out is how many. I guess one of the things I was surprised at was how much was the same. For example, like sports.
right.
Um, how fiercely competitive the UCC community is. Well, the Havergal community is too around their sports. And I've been to basketball teams where people have like lost their voice when they leave because they're screaming at the players. And we were outside at soccer in the fall with the whole hill was filled with parents and with
Wow.
students coming out to support their team. So that's been really amazing. So
Wow.
the school spirit in general is incredible, which is the same at UCC. The girls here the prefects, which are sort of like a board of stewards, they dress in hazmat suits that they spray paint and they go out and greet people when people come back to school. But
Wow.
they do lots of other exciting student life things that are amazing. They have a hockey day actually that's coming up that I haven't experienced yet.
Yeah, yeah.
ESS versus Havergal, and they rent out the Mattamy Center, and the whole school
Wow.
goes down. Oh yeah,
So it's like 8-8 sort of thing.
it's like A-Day, but it's called Hockey Day, which I think is amazing. And we
Like tons
are
of fun.
fingers
Yeah,
crossed we're still going to be able to have it on February 15th this year.
awesome.
They also have a house system, which is
Yeah,
really similar.
wow.
They also are super dedicated students, just like UCC students. And they love the school and it's a great community. So all those things are the same.
Right.
And they all love hot chocolate, just like UCC boys. So
Yeah, I'm
lots of
sure.
things are the same.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. That's actually Jackson's house breakfast on Wednesday. So there we go. But yeah, for sure, for sure. But
Lots of things are the same.
yeah, and so just going back to your time at UCC, which was quite monumental. And aside from supervising these Never Walk Alone interviews, of course, because these are just fantastic. What would you say your favorite memory of your time at the college has been?
You sent me these questions and I've been thinking about it. It's really hard for me to pin one down,
I don't
right?
know.
I want to start working with Miss Marshall was super fun.
I'm
Shout
sure. I'm
out to
sure.
that. I love being part of the 1-2 punch. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That was great. But there were so many things like my math class from the class of 2008. like a
Wow.
long time ago. This group of boys who I taught grade 12 calculus to, I still remember all of them and have a picture of them up on my wall. Listening to Dr. Power's speeches back when Jim Power was the principal was
Oh,
a
sure.
neat
Wow.
Relay for Life. The first Relay for Life that we did was a really amazing experience. But even like last winter when we went outside and all the boys made that huge snowball, remember the huge big one? And there's
Yeah, actually, I remember seeing that.
3 layers. Even that was fun. There's so many things that
Yeah.
I've done there that were just so incredible and amazing. And I just feel very blessed and very lucky that I got to work there. And I was there for as long. I didn't mean to stay that long. It's just I
No.
was having such a good time.
Yeah, of course, Miss Timusk. Yeah, I totally. There's just so much good stuff to do. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very glad. I'm very glad. And now, just I know that COVID, where we are right now, has impacted all of our schedules in different ways. But I hope that you were able to do something fun over your winter break.
Over my winter break that we just had.
Yeah, the one that we just.
Yeah, well, we have a farm, so we built a hockey rink,
Oh
and
wow,
so
that's
we have a
awesome.
natural one that's a pond,
Yeah.
so we can skate on that. And then the boys built an actual like little hockey rink, not as large as they'd like, but they have plans for next year to expand.
Of course, of course.
And so now my mother has a farm nearby, so now her grandkids and my nieces and nephews can all play hockey there. So that's been kind of fun that we
Awesome.
got to do that this year.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, actually, the Borders have an ice rink out right now, so I'm glad that we have the time nowadays to go skating. So that's fantastic.
Awesome.
And obviously, it sounds like you're really enjoying your role at Havergal. But I'm wondering if you have any more for fun plans in the future, maybe like travel, new hobbies, a book you want to read, that sort of thing.
Oh, I've always got like a whole laundry list of things I want to do. There's lots of work to do on the farm. So there's lots
Right.
of building. We put an in-ground pool. So we have to like make all that fancy so we can turn it into where I have a sauna and a pool and basically
Awesome.
turn our farm into a resort. I'm going to go to Berlin, hopefully for
Oh,
March break. That's visit my brother
oh, nice.
and take
Yeah,
the boys with me.
yeah.
So we're going to go there. I love traveling, and I know it's hard during COVID. And I got canceled, like I've got refundable tickets, but I'm going to still give it a try.
Of course, yeah. Well, I hope you get to. Travel is something that we've missed, and hopefully it comes back swinging. But for sure. And last but not least, Miss Timusk, um, countless, as you mentioned previously, countless of generations. There are countless generations of UCC students have enjoyed learning with you or working with you. So I'm wondering if you might have one last message, one last word of advice for the college in general.
I think for all the students who are there right now, just take care of each other, and appreciate each other and enjoy the community you're in, because it's a special community.
Mhm.
There's you kids all love each other so much. I know that's strange and weird sometimes to hear the word love, but you really, really do. And you're in a very special place, and it'll always be there for you. That community is always behind you. So just remember that you do never walk alone.
Thanks very much, Ms. Timusk. And yeah, rest assured the UCC community is behind you too. And I'd like to thank very, very much our audience for tuning in and watching. And of course, thank you so much, Ms. Timusk, for coming back to speak to us. And really all the best in your future endeavors, on your adventures post UCC. If you have any, for the audience at home, if you have any other former teachers, former students who you would like to see interviewed on Never Walk Alone, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at kaelem.moniz@ucc.owen.ca. Should be below on the screen there. kaelem.moniz@ucc.owen.ca. And no promises, but we can probably work something out. So thanks very much, Ms. Timusk, for joining, and thanks everybody at home.
No problem. Thanks for having me.